Okay, so this is this build. We have a used case that a customer gave me because I got his computer done so quickly. This is a Corsair case, if I remember right. It's just an old Corsair design. It's an older code, but it still checks out.
It's an older code, sir, but it checks out.
I don't know why I think this is a Corsair case, but I definitely think it is. Used case, we're going to get a 600 watt EVGA power supply. We have Antec cooling. We have a 500 gig Samsung SSD. We have a 970, a GTX 970, not the latest or the greatest, but it'll definitely work. We have a MSI A520M A Pro. This is a Ryzen 3 3600G, I believe is what's in here. And I think this is 16 gigs of memory. Ooh, 32 gigs of memory. So we're going to take all this stuff. We're going to put it together. And I did the math for what these parts cost if you were going to go just buy them. And the cost on this out the door would be $475 if you just bought the parts. So that's what I'm going to sell it for. So this will be a $475 computer that I will get listed for sale. It has a Windows key, a Windows installation in it. And yeah, let's get this little guy built. Now, that's not the correct screw there. Problem is I have like a bunch of different like motherboard screws, standoff screws, so I never know which is the right one because motherboard manufacturers use a bunch of different ones. Yeah, this is like a little old cheapy guy, but like it'll get the job done, that's for darn sure. No, this definitely does not need a water cooler. All right, so now we can lift this thing by that. We're gonna need somewhere to put this. All right, we got that installed. We got this installed. Like I have Noctua thermal paste in there. All right, let's get some fans installed. Where's my brush? I hate when I move stuff to some place where I should know where it is. And then it's all like, no, that's not where you left it. All right, let's get these brushed out a little bit. These are all zip tied together, not by me for once. All right, so as always, just as a quick reminder, this is the exhaust side of a fan. This is the intake side of a fan. All right, let's apply a voltage to this. See which way these fan blades spin, because like I said, there's something about them that looks a little bit off. All right, we're gonna take our 5-pin, plug it in. It's actually a 6-pin on this guy. Plug that in. Oh wait, does this not have Molex? Yeah, it does. I was about to say. Do that. Sure it's powered off. Plug in my EVGA power supply. Turn that on. These do spin counterclockwise. This person was definitely vaping. It's a weird smell. All right, let's get these cables out the back. Let's get them run correctly. Get these other fans installed. We're gonna have one in the back, so we'll have one here, and I think we're gonna do one up top and then one up front. So, and the one that's up front will be kind of centrally mounted, so I can pull in some relatively cool air. Genshin and League. Well, one of those is okay. I'll let you make your own personal bias on which one I'm talking about. Gotta play what you love. And there we go. And then we'll use this top fan to draw our warm air out of the top of this case. And then this should be good to go. I'm gonna have to take this thing outside and actually blow it out with my compressor.
Stop doing this.
Where should we put the light bar? We got a light bar. Thinking down here. Yeah, I'm thinking right about there. Jeez. Like the dust that keeps coming out of this thing is super weird. Alright. Let's get all these fans hooked up. I'm going to install the SSD into that panel. So this is going to go here. So that can go to power. There's one. It's funny, this has got this foam tape. I have to... Yeah, that's pretty apt for what it looks like. I'm going to have to replace this double-sided tape with different double-sided tape. Alright, let's clean this up. I gotta go to the store and buy more zip ties. I'm almost out. What's really strange about this is that, like, the dust smells like strawberry vape. Like, it's super weird. You're going on fan 6. So I can run this the way I want to run this. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to flip this all the way over. I'm going to try and get fancy with this now. See if I can use that screw. Look at that. Look at that. That worked out perfectly. We're going to flip 2 of these. Seeing as this one is going to be longer. That's going to go in fan 1. And then this is going to go in fan trace. Alright, so that's managed from where that's going. This is going to go here. There we go. Alright, these cables, we have our, this is going to be audio. So we're going to use this same management spot. Get all these guys in this together. Just like so. We're all going to the same place. We're all having a good time. Alright, so these are going to be the case buttons. Actually, let me see if this is going to be a smarter option. Yeah, let's see if that ends up being the best option for this because of where everything is located. So flip this over. This is going to go there. These are going to go here. We got reset. We got power. We got power LED. Power LED. And this is HD audio. Yeah, I think that's going to be like the best case scenario is having this go this way. And then I can pull these back. We'll hit this with a zip tie right here. And that's going to need to get pulled back. Get a zip tie in there. There you go. So there's all of our cables minus one for, let me go ahead and get this installed. That way I will have it for sale, hopefully for a little bit, and if I sell it, I'll use the money to build another one. So we'll get our SATA cable plugged in, and then our SATA port is going to come in just right here. So let's go. So I can have this go this way. That should be fine. And it'll help hold all these cables down. Not putting too much of a kink in that. It's kind of close though to being like too much of a kink. We're gonna see. But you don't want to kink shame, so. Just that. Let me see. That's not gonna work. This one will. I like using like the little case screws to actually hold down video cards. That way you can see if they're loose or not. And what I mean by case screws is I mean these guys. Like they got the little knobbies on them. Nope. Can't play. It can play League of Legends. It can play Genshin Impact. It can play Rocket League. It cannot play Starfield. It cannot play like Diablo 4 on Ultra. You know what it can also do? It can also do homework. So that's what the inside of this guy's going to look like. All right, let's get this power supply installed. Okay. Next, disconnect that nonsense. So we're going to go to the CPU. We only need one 4-pin for the CPU. So we're going to separate that cable. That's going to go there. Power supply. I can either go here. Yeah, I think I'll go right there, and then we'll cable manage this to that. And that's everything for the front. Alright, and then this. We are literally going to put all of these cables that are not being used from the power supply into the hard drive enclosure down here at the bottom. Because guess what? That ain't going to be used. We need one SATA to go to literally right there for the operating system. That's going to go down there like that. So that's one SATA. We need, this is going to go to the GPU, which I haven't figured out which way I want to run this yet. Let's go through here. That'll be our GPU power. And this will go down in here again. And here we have our RGB LED also going down. This is the problem with non-modular power supplies, is you end up with swaths of cables that you don't have anything to do with. This will come up and over like so. We're gonna toss a little zip tie on that just to make that look pretty. It's not very attractive. Let me untangle this a little bit here. See if I can make it look a little better. Yeah, that looks better. It's nice when I can see what I'm doing. And then I'll show you guys. I might actually... You know, I'm going to actually unplug this. I'm going to run this cable a little bit differently after I look at this. We're going to just go, we're literally just going to move up one management hole to right here, because this will come in. It'll be a straight shot. There's no having to come up or over anything. Just going to look like it's going to come perfectly and line up perfectly. All right, and there we go. Let me manage this cable real quick. This is simple enough. I'm just going to bring this back and go right to here. Yeah, I don't have a problem with this case. Like, legitimately, I don't. The only reason that this customer had to replace this case was because they bought a 4090, which would not fit in this case. So there you go. Everything's out of the way. Everything is relatively well managed. It's not perfect, but in this case, I don't think it needs to be for what this is. All right, that's the back on. There's what our front looks like. Not bad. All right, power, HDMI. USB. There we go. Hey, thanks for watching that video. If you liked that video, make sure you hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I stream daily on Twitch at twitch.tv/SpecVengeance. And yeah, if you want to learn more about my services, check out Bradenton PC Repair.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.